Welcome, deviant drivers, to another episode of A Drink with a Driver. You guys on his phone. He's
I mean,
busy. He's got things to do.
I didn't do shit this season, so why pay attention to a
So
podcast? Why even
answer
show up?
answer telephone calls and emails. Take care of it. So it's a new episode. So we've been away for a little bit. A little while. How long has it been?
10
This
weeks. Yeah, we missed three podcasts. So we
three?
did
Two.
we did record one,
Mhm.
and we had technical difficulties and could never recover the information. So technically we've only missed two, but we haven't posted in three.
Okay, fair enough.
We suck.
So we
Here's
apologize for our we've got our beers. We don't know what you got, Glovis.
Remember that green drink from last time?
yeah,
All right. We got rid of the green and we added mint. So I think it's gonna
there
be
you
good.
go.
Okay. So
Have you ever
We're good.
tried basil in a drink?
I have. It was between mint and basil. So I picked it off and just went through it in.
Basil's on point.
Yeah, much better this time around. Much better.
so we apologize for our tardiness in the podcast.
Nobody
Um,
does.
we missed several. We know many of you have been asking about it. We are sorry. Um, I am sorry. We have been extremely busy. When I say we, I mean me and Junkai. If you're not aware, we have new work roles and extensive travel, as evident by the fact that Junkai is in a beautiful Ritz-Carlton hotel
I wish.
in like Dubai or something.
Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely in Dubai. My travel makes me get there.
Yeah, I figured. So yeah. So we've been extremely busy with work and it's delayed us in our duties and our obligations here for the podcast. So we do apologize, but we are back and back at a great time.
It's championship.
Championship, championship race. So. Without further ado, obviously we are joined by Glovis, the infamous Glovis. He's
He's
got
a
his
loser
rig
with that
back there.
jersey on though. He won yesterday
He
and
did.
lost with the jersey.
Listen, I told you 11 wins.
There's no way you guys get 11 wins this season.
There is.
I'm,
If
I'm
teams
looking.
don't show up half the time, I think we could get there.
Titans strength of schedule for NFL. I'll be with you in a moment. Oh,
Okay.
maybe you've got the fourth easiest in the
I
league.
know that schedule like the back of my hand. I can tell you everyone on.
Fourth easiest. New York Giants strength of schedule.
I got the Eagles, Commanders twice.
We have the hardest. That sucks. Moving on. So good luck on your 11 wins.
So we are here after the championship race, which was at Brands Hatch, a notoriously difficult track. How did everybody feel about the race?
First, you didn't tell us what beer you're drinking.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We're a little bit rusty. We've been out of this for a couple weeks. So, surprisingly enough, I'm having a Coors Light. What are you having?
I'm having Sycamore Mountain Candy. It was on draft in the hotel. It's rather delicious.
Sounds about right. Glovis, you're having
Uh,
a mint
yeah,
creation.
yeah, mint drink, no green. Hold the green.
Mint drink, hold the green. Okay.
Mint
Uh,
drink, hold the green. Got it. Yeah. Yesterday's race. We're not even going to talk about the season because the season for me started yesterday. Um,
no, it started to race before. You actually started you did well on the
Yeah,
last
he
two
did well the
races.
race before.
Yeah,
Second and third.
every track that did not have a straight this season, I did decent. So Interlagos, Dragon Trail, and then Brands Hatch. But and actually it had nothing to do with the straight. It was more the altitude ups and downs that screwed me this season. And to hell with that car. That car is getting banned next season.
Hey, you got a nice little 7 points at Tokyo. You forgot about that one.
Yeah, I did get okay points at Tokyo. Tokyo was fun. I still spun out at Tokyo though, multiple times. So, but I will say, um, yesterday's race was extremely enjoyable, and I thought about it after we finished, and it is a little it's a little different now because you don't hear the complaining and the bitching when someone wrecks you or hits you or bumps you, and I'm sure some of those things did happen. However, for me, in my perspective, and it was tight racing, it was clean. You know what I mean? And for such a difficult track, people backed out of spots. And I haven't seen that. Like, there's a few drivers that are notorious for backing out of a bad situation. But I was with multiple different drivers yesterday who backed out of of bad situations, going into a high speed turn and not having the proper positioning, and you get out of it instead of like screwing up your race, someone else's race, or trying to force the issue. Chaotica did that to me on the high speed third right hand turn after the straight. And he had a little bit of a run, but it wasn't ideal, and he backed out. I saw him making the move. He backed out, came right back behind me, and just waited. You know what I mean? And I think yesterday it was just very indicative of the maturity, where we've come from, patience amongst our drivers to not go for every gap. And the saying, like, if you don't shoot for the gap, you're no longer racing. But there is a respect there too, and I was very pleased to be on the track with everyone yesterday. I raced close to a lot of different people. Um, Cam specifically, Chaotica, Don't Need Time, Coma, all of them just, it was great, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a rough season for me and my team, but yesterday really capped it off well. Yes, I positioned well, but I think just the cleanliness, I would have been happy, in 10th place. Just because everyone really was just for a track that you don't get a lot of passing. There was a whole lot of passing.
There was, yeah. I mean, it was for me. I pretty much just kind of tucked in and ran. Glovis and I came up with a strategy basically on the fly, 2 seconds before we started the race. Like literally, we were coming up with how we were going to do this.
Can I guess your strategy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which was Glovis going out on mediums and then you holding up half the field behind you for like 5 laps. Was that part of the strategy? Because it worked.
No, the strategy was go out on mediums, run it until 2 laps before safety car or three
Mhm.
maybe. Go in for hards, duck in with the safety car for mediums, and finish the
Mhm.
race. We both
Yeah.
started on mediums,
Yeah.
and
I
I
was
wasn't
curious
holding
about the.
anybody up. I was in traffic with
No, no,
four
no.
people in
You
front of
were
me.
the traffic. You
No,
were
I
the
had people in
roadblock.
front of me. Go back and watch the replay. I was all
No.
over Cam. I was all over who else? There was a bunch of people in there.
And you started in
I
the back. You worked your way up. I couldn't
I
believe it.
did. I worked my way up to fourth place before I screwed up at that. I don't know. It's one of those British terms.
I know there was at one point I was 5 cars behind you and I could not see another car in front of you. And I'm like, damn it, fucking Merc, get out of my way.
I don't know about that. I was behind tucked in somebody behind somebody for a majority of the race. I was behind Cam for quite a bit. Cam and I battled for quite a while. Um, I was behind Floody for a little bit. And Glovis, I was behind you after the safety car restart. You were one in front of me. with somebody in between. I can't remember who it was. Was
It was
maybe
like
chaotic.
Nismo and Time were switching in and out.
Nismo and Time.
We
Yeah.
we were at, I think, 4 and 5 at one point, and
Yeah.
then it kind of all went downhill. I
Yeah.
was under.
Yeah. So, I mean, the strategy was working well. Like I said, I got all the way
Where
up.
did you guys where did you come out after safety car? Because my lame ass strategy, now I'll take full accountability on this one. I went in I don't know, fourth. I did hit the wall coming into the pits and screw
Oh,
some
that yeah,
people
that
up.
it is kind of a yeah.
I was too close to the car in front of me and I just clipped it just enough. And I was like, dang it. I think Cam was behind me. So I knew Cam was probably yelling at me like Junkai's sideways in the pits again. Uh, that sucked. But I come out of the pits and I'm in 13th place. And I'm like, what the hell just happened?
We
I
restarted.
had
We
no idea.
restarted, I think 5 and 7, Glovis. Is that
We
right?
were,
I was in
I
12th.
think, no, we were 4 and 5
Four and
because
five.
there's the two Audis and Chaotica. Um, but honestly, props to Fish and CM as race engineers because they caught out everyone's tire and they pushed that strategy for us. So we knew everyone was going to pit on safety car. And I don't know, I don't know if Chaotica was pulling people up or what, but I had such a big gap from third when I pit on like 16, and I still came out in like seventh. So when me and Mark went in, we just jumped everyone because we were fueling like 90%.
Hmm.
We only had to fuel for a second. So,
Yeah.
and I know the strategy was good because immediately after the race, Zen was like, "We shouldn't do this anymore. One lap on hard." And I told him,
So
I've been doing that since season like 3.2. It's just has rarely worked.
so yeah, that's basically so we when we short pitted with the hard tires, we only did 2 laps on hards, something like that, 2 or 3. And so when we went into the pits with everybody else on safety car, everybody else was low on fuel. We were just literally just topping the tank off.
Yeah.
So we beat a whole bunch of people out in the pits on restart.
No,
So
that's definitely smart. I mean, I came into the pits. I was 12th actually when I came out of the pits, and still was just kind of flabbergasted how I lost so many positions. Poor Preston. You'll have to go back and watch it. Webo didn't catch it on the stream. Preston hit the back of the line, me, on the restart, full throttle, and it wasn't deliberate. It wasn't like him holding back or anything like that. He was trying to catch up the whole time and just happened to catch us on the straight. So he got like 5 positions just right then and there. And he's like, this is working. But poor guy had a rough day, man. He definitely had a rough day. I felt for him. But yeah, I was in 12th place after safety car. I'm like, I know there's some, I knew who was on hard tires. Um, but overall, like it was a madhouse trying to get up to the front.
no, see him and to like Levis said to his point, see him and Fish. Basically, they granted us what we were able to come out with. Mine, I screwed up with the spin, but I was doing well before then. Their coaching or spotting, whatever you want to call it, was it was excellent. It couldn't
Yeah.
have been any better.
Yeah.
There were so many spins yesterday. Chaotica spun out in front of me. Coma spun out in front of me. You spun out in front of me. This is the first race that I didn't spin out. And Zen spun out on
Since been out like 3 times.
first, second lap. Yeah.
Cody did too when he was because I was second and he told me he was driving first and I was like slowly chipping away and he looked in his rearview mirror and was like, "Oh shit," and just immediately spun as soon as I was gonna go make a move on him.
And that's the thing about that track. You
Yep.
know, stay on the track. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a fun race for sure. It took a while to get through the pack, but hella strong racing by everyone for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Good season too. We'll get to the leaderboard here in a little bit and kind of talk about it, but Points were really close. The whole year has been very competitive as far as
Yeah.
finishing order, mixture of leaders, teams. Uh, you know, everything's been it's really
So
getting a tighter group.
where does this track rank for you guys? Like,
Brands Hatch.
yeah.
Brands Hatch is
Top 50% or lower 50% of all tracks in GT7?
yeah, well, okay. Well, you have to predicate this, and then I'll let Glovis answer with his way. Um, I say it's a top 50%, but it's one of the hardest tracks because it's like a little mini Nürburgring. It drives just like the Nürburgring, just smaller. There's nowhere to pass. It's at best 2 lanes wide. But it's a fun track when you're running it, well.
Hmm.
Nürburgring, I find, is the same way for me. It's a fun track when you run it well. It's a horrible track when you're not doing well,
Well,
and
I
there's
mean,
no passing.
yeah, I mean that can be said for any track, but it's a valid point, I guess.
Yeah. So, Glovis, where do you put it on yours? Top 50 or bottom 50?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, before this race, my answer would probably be different. But I don't know, like the whole VR, driving it in VR versus like hood cam for bumper is just so much different with the elevation. And originally, I was never a fan of this track because you're right. You feel like you're driving on skates the whole time because if you mess up, they go wide anywhere. It's not just into the wall for the most part. Like it's a pretty big screw up, and it is like so technical with passing. So I would probably move it up top 50 only because like it really feels like it really tests your racecraft versus just,
Hmm.
oh, okay, this is a massive long straight. I have slipstream. Like there really wasn't any of that.
It's definitely top 50% of mine. It has two of my favorite corners on it. Laguna has my favorite corner, but this has two of my other favorite corners. The three turns from the end where you cross, where you really take aggressive line over the curb, that last one.
The one to crest the hill and to the right?
Yeah, like you come up that hill to the left to get a better angle to really attack that curb.
Yeah.
I love that turn. And then the turn exactly after that, you can get on the throttle so quick if you angle properly. I love that turn. And it's similar to the second to last turn at Laguna, which is probably one of my favorite turns in all of it. Just how much speed you can carry through that
The
hole.
left-hander after the corkscrew that's kind of going down, and you got,
Not that one, the right hand directly after that.
oh, okay.
But yeah, after you go down the corkscrew, you have that gradual left hand down. It's that very next right hand turn. I love
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. So yeah, no, I mean, I remember racing this in the Gordinis, and that it's a fun Willow Springs. I'll say that because I hate Willow Springs.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. It's very similar to a Willow Springs,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
I
fun
mean,
Willow Springs.
yeah, yeah.
If you got to know where I sit with Willow Springs. Yeah, but no, overall, I had some great battles. I think, what stood out the most to me was with Cam yesterday. He and I were both very respectful of each other. He took advantage of me coming in too strong on a turn. If I had any little gap, he was there ready to take it, and he did too. I didn't push it, didn't I just forfeited the position. He did the same. Um, I did put one squeeze on him. That was caught on Webo's stream right after the straight, where you have that decent right hander. I was able to get up 3/4 alongside of him, probably maybe less than quarter of a race left. And I was like, look, there's no one around us. So I'm going to go ahead and take it and see if I can't make it stick. And was able to inch out in front of him. But he and I went back and forth a couple different times. And again, each time, um, he'll have to take the sticker off his cup that said Junkai bumped me after yesterday. But no, I enjoyed the hell out of it, man. It was definitely good. It was a frustrating season. God, I hate this car. I don't know what it is. I just did not, it did not click at all.
What
Did
made
not
you
click.
pick it?
We picked it because one, we were last. Uh, Everyone on my team favored MR cars, as I do, and it was something that, you know, only one other team has driven before, I believe.
Yeah.
Besides that, it was just something new, really. And I've always said it, even from the first time I tested, it feels like a fast car until you look at the splits, and it's not. And the Porsche, for instance, doesn't feel like a fast car. And then you look at the times, and it's like, holy shit, like this thing is booking. And you just, the times don't reflect what the car feels like. And that's unfortunate because it is a good feeling car. The bottom end torque is null and void. Like, and I'm comparing myself to Chaotica watching him leave me, or Glovis leave me, or anyone else leave me, the Ferrari leave me. Like it doesn't have a good top end, but the torque band is pretty good. The only thing good about it, which I was unexpecting of, was its launch off the line. That was it. You know,
Which the AMG is really good at.
I mean, there was three cars in the field that were really good in that this season between you guys, us, and the Ferrari. Like
Yeah.
three strong cars off the line. Um, I think Zen said yesterday, if I don't get a car next season that's good off the line, I'm not racing.
Yeah, what is this guy's problem?
And then he also said, he asked if I were doing a podcast. I said yes, and he said about damn time. Which I can respect that one because, we kind of let it
We
linger.
earned that.
Yeah, we earned that. I'll wear that badge of honor for sure. Um, yeah. So, uh, you guys still good on the team comms?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate on my for my team because I don't have the luxury to sit there for the entire time to kind of help the GTD guys out. I wish I could. Just got so much going on, and yeah, it's just difficult. So Dirksey helped me out a little bit yesterday with kind of where everybody was sitting. He's like, Glovis has more fuel for me than you, and I was like, screw Glovis, I'm not catching them, and that's when I kind of dialed it back. But that last half a lap. I was barely able to get around the track.
I
It
think
was
it
it's like
it
Fuji all
it
over again.
changes the dynamic so much because especially for VR guys, it adds so much for us because it gives us the ability to have back what we lose in VR. You got your ability to know what the time splits are, what the other guy's running, what tires he's got, how much fuel he's got, kind of where you are even on the track, which is in VR a little bit confusing and difficult to figure out. So it gives you a lot of the information back that you lose with VR, which I really like. I think is beneficial.
Are we
And
able to turn off the HUD as an option?
no,
Yeah, I didn't think so. Like not mandatory as like Arrow or something like that.
Yeah, no.
but Merck's right. Like they, a lot of times throughout that race, I was side by side so many times with how tight the track was, and let alone them watching my because I have like the radar on, them watching that and saying you're clear, and basically giving me the signal to punch it on the gas and not be wary of someone to my left, someone to my right. Like that was so helpful because I think that
Yeah.
maybe was 10 times of
How
going.
how how are they able to spot you with that accuracy?
We share our screen, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. One spotter watches each driver. Yeah.
it's the best. Like I was so close with Zen and Don't Need Time.
Motherfucker, piece of shit, son of a bitch. Hey, I must have lost connection. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We've been doing that since the first race. Yeah, it was great. It was like share your screen and then the
we have
spotters
weather on
you had a
one.
spotter
I
for
got
each
weather on the
driver.
computer. I'm watching fish on the TV, and we got everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and the you're clear. Best message you could hear because especially at a track like this, just punching on it. extremely helpful.
Yeah, and
Like
the great thing about it is like if they want to know anything, they just tell you to look. Like and when you're in VR, they're like, check your fuel, and you just look at your fuel gauge real quick. They're watching for it. You don't even need to really look at it. You can just kind of point your head in that direction where it's at, and they know what it is. But the greatest thing is, like Glovis is saying, is where you're clear at because when you're in the car in VR, you got these little side bolsters on the seats, so
you can't see anything.
you can't see anything. So you just you keep the radar up and you just kind of look at the radar and keep it kind of in your corner.
And it's
And they're
hard
like,
to
yeah,
like
you're
I lose
clear,
track of
clear on the
radar
left,
so
go.
often. And I mean, yeah, they would because they'd be like, "Oh, Merck has probably 2% more fuel than you. His tires are the same, so on
Hmm.
and so forth." Especially with like checking the stream too, because that last stint when we went 35 minutes on mediums, like every time around, it was Junkai, time, Nismo, what their tires are at, and then like the last lap, he was like, "Junkai's tires are dead. You're good." And I mean, I was driving with probably 5% tires for the last five.
Look at him. So mad.
I would like to officially apologize to my team. This is a formal apology. Uh, be expecting a written apology here in the next couple of days once I have healed my wounds from this. That one hurts. Cuts deep.
Oh, God.
I'm serious. I would not have won that race without those two.
Yeah, that's brilliant stuff.
So
Brilliant
speaking
stuff.
of the race, let's go over the results of the final race in season 4.2,
Fucking damn it.
finishing order. First place, Glovis. It is. Good
Shout
job.
out Mr. Efficiency
With a great spotter. Mr. Fish
for
was
sure.
spotting for you. Excellent job using your resources. Second place, Junkai, who I assume had no spotter.
At the end, Dirksey jumped in our chat
Oh,
and
okay.
based on Webos was able to give me something, and it was beneficiary. It was beneficial. Excuse me.
Good. Excellent. Congratulations
Yeah.
on your second place. Third was Face. Fourth, Don't Need Time. Fifth, Nismo. Sixth, Floody, followed by Coma Copa. Fastest lap was Zen. Then myself, followed by Berman, Chaotica, Cam, and Preston. That was your finishing order for GTD Pro.
How since you two are like the savants of all this shit now, how did Floody get out in front all of a sudden?
Him and Zenden pit on safety car.
Right.
Okay.
So it was him and Zen up. Chaotica pit like the lap or two after. And Berman was actually in front of us too, and he pit as the safety car went in. I don't know what happened there. Um, but yeah, I don't know if Zen switched their strategy after he spun out, but
He did say that afterwards that once he spun out and realized it was pointless, he got off the hard tires and just said screw it.
like I know the standings don't reflect it, but I think a lot of times this season, Zen and Floody strategy put them like 1 and 2 or not 1 and 2, but side by side at the safety car.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
like a lot because those things are that red chrome on the back of the car is really bright.
Speaking of Chrome, Chaotica, with your blue ass Chrome car who I sat behind for lap after lap, blinding me. I gave him an earful yesterday too, but I'm still hurt right now, so I'm trying to just retaliate against anybody else I can.
I gotta ask, serious on the race, what happened on the last lap? Because you were like 2 or 3 seconds behind, and then like fell to seven. Because I knew it was gonna come down to you were gonna be my rearview mirror in the last few sectors, and then it just fell off, and
My left rear tire went.
so I don't know if you got in an accident or what. I think like Fish said something, but at that point, like I wasn't registering anything though.
Yeah, my
Oh,
left rear
your left
tire,
rear.
my left, yeah, it's an MR car.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. my left rear went. I noticed it early on with the hard, so I switched my brake bias a little bit, and I was fine. I mean, obviously, as you saw, like I caught, was able to manage my way up to second. I was closing the gap on you substantially, and then it was like good, 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 nothing. And that favorite turn I was talking to you guys about, I hit that turn almost perfect every single time this race, except for that second to last one. And I drove off the track and I just barely managed. I shifted up to like sixth gear to have like no wheel spin whatsoever. Got back on the track, and then the guys behind me, Fish and Don't Need Time, are closing in that right hand going into the start finish line. Like I could barely manage that. The whole rear end's just like kicking out, kicking out, kicking out. Could not hit throttle until the steering wheel was perfectly straight. Um, and that's why they closed the gap so quick on me because that left rear just it shit the bed quick. I was hoping I was going to run you down because I was trying. I had to
I,
feel for
I was terrified because as soon as
it.
somebody spun in front of me, I think there was maybe like 20-ish minutes left. I mean, like my tires were pretty worn, and I had like brake bias to the rear. So my fronts are rear quicker, and I threw as soon as immediately in that turn when he spun, and I like ghosted right through him. I bumped up to five, and I was like, I just have to coast. So like especially the last 10 minutes, like straight line braking, and Nismo would catch me so much each lap. But I
Hmm.
think there's like one or two turns when that GTR was pretty slow. I
Yeah.
mean, I just babied it so hard. Like,
Yeah. I mean, hindsight, I probably could have managed brake bias a little bit more, but I don't know what effect that would have had on the rest of the track. But if I could have conserved just a skosh more, I would have been able to catch up to you. What happens from there, who knows? But uh, yeah, I was trying. I was trying, and then once I went off the track, I'm like, all right, conservative, don't blow second place just for nothing. So
I think if Floody never spun and I had to fight for that position, there's no chance I was making it.
yeah, that's a good point.
I, I mean, I knew he would have gone down easy because it took me a while just to close down a like 2, 3 second gap. I mean, I knew his tires weren't doing too well, but that probably saved a lot. And then there was that point where Nismo started kind of peeking his nose on me. I was like, dude, get out of here! Like, we have such a big gap to them. Like, not now. Because then he was doing the same thing, and I was like, if he starts fighting with me, we're both gonna go down.
Yeah, I mean, I think once I got into third place, the gap on you two was over 8 seconds. And I was like, all right, I've got enough tires and fuel. Let me push for a little bit and see if I could close the gap. I mean, if you guys were truly just like outpacing me, I was just gonna lay low. But I looked back up again and it was 6 seconds. I'm like, all right, I'm gaining traction. Let me just keep pushing. And it is what it is. But again, man, just it's that mental warfare that comes with racing and being able to watch what's going on that makes it so enjoyable.
It is because you know what's going on, and I know what's going on, and we can't communicate that. Like,
Hmm.
I know for a fact that you were there and third at the time, knowing like there's a chance you run us down,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
whoever
that's
else was your posse behind you, because I could kind of tell who was, and they were laying it to me. I don't remember, but there was that fear.
Yeah, once if I was able, it's Cam's fault. If I was able to get around Cam sooner, I would have a little bit more clean air. Um, yeah, but I mean, again, man, it was fun as hell. And again, for such a track that has no walls, no nothing, just grass and just nothing but a FU when you go off the track. It was very cool to see how clean everybody was. And it was just that single file Congo line for such a long time. Until I saw, I think there was three of you guys that were trying to get into turn one at the same time. Don't Need Time. I think Cam may have been involved in that.
You know, that was me. That was me cannon time, like the first 3 laps.
God, I was like, you guys are going in the turn one and three wide, like stop or continue so I can catch up.
That
But yeah, I
and
mean, you guys were, I think, 11 seconds ahead of us at one point at the beginning of the race, which is
it was
nuts.
18.
18? Yeah, that was nuts. So, but yeah, that was a good time, man.
So, uh, so that was GTD Pro, uh, the race and the results. Let's talk about GTD.
You gonna do the full results? Like who won? Are you waiting for
I'm
that?
gonna go through both leaderboards
Oh,
all at once.
so you're changing it up.
Yeah, we're gonna announce everybody before we do our special announcement.
We have a special announcement,
We do.
like sharing screens.
No, nothing that complicated. So GTD. So obviously Glovis and I watched from the perspective of our drivers by sharing screens. So we watched the whole race from that, which was interesting, um, as GTD typically is. Glovis, what did you see watching Mr. Fish?
Um, I mean, I think the battle for one and two with Texton in there was nuts. I mean, they were tied going into this race, and those two kind of were like a bit faster than everyone else this season to an extent.
Mhm.
But I mean, we know how GTD goes, and it was like every 5 minutes, someone's spun, someone hits so and so off the track. I mean, there was a point where I think it was Creamy, Tex, and Fish, where the three of them were on one half of the track fully, and the other 10 were on the other half of the track. That field was so, I know not everyone even caught up to the safety car. That's how big of a gap they pulled.
You know, you're right. I remember that. Yeah, the safety car. Yeah, not everybody ever even caught up, and they basically ran as if they had no safety car. They did their pits and then just ran it out. So, yeah, there was cars all over the place in GTD, and um, yeah, we spent a lot of time trying to calculate gaps for our guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, we gotta get wet. Wet was always slipping the ones we don't have, so we gotta, because there's like a battle of four. I think it was like Bongit and like Thrasher was in there. I know Sully was in there, and it might have been Izzy at the time, or Binkit was also there.
mhm.
And like at the time, like CM and both Fish were kind of in no man's land, just driving by themselves. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's the issue with the late safety car in GTD is, I mean, when you get someone like as fast as Texan, he went 25 laps to safety car in like one stint. Um, I think there was like an issue with the safety car where it got screwed up, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Chaotica was driving it. We'd
It was his
have to
fault.
ask him. I'm sure he's got an explanation for it. It was probably somebody else's fault, I'm sure.
So it was
Even then,
definitely
though, like, you know, similar to the GTD Pro, they were clean,
Yeah.
and again, it just goes after a long season of them racing together. I think not being on comms has challenged everyone where we saw, some issues in the beginning where you would make moves because you were able to communicate people, whereas now you couldn't. Like you really had to keep your head on a swivel. You had to put yourself in the right place. And again, those guys are quick. At the beginning of the season, you could see the disparity between Pro and GTD
Mhm.
with fastest laps and consecutive laps, all that. And that gap has significantly shrunk with these guys this season. So it's going to be interesting to see how this whole shakeup goes, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I'm interested to see what really plays out for next season.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And the finishing order for GTD. So, first place, Creamy. Very well done. I think he won. What did he win? He won three?
three. He went
Three.
for three. Yep.
Yeah, three. Well done. Second place was Izzy. Third place, Texas Speed. Fourth place, Mr. Fish with fastest lap. Fifth was Dirksey. Sixth, Binkett. Seventh, Bongit. Binkett Bongit. Eighth was Sully. Ninth, Dollars per win, followed by Thrasher, Jim, Kuraskai, and Siam. That was our finishing order for GTD. So, brings us to the final leaderboard, which we'll throw up now. For GTD Pro, First place, our season champion, Don't Need Time, winning one, two, three, four, 5 out of 7 races. Well done. Extremely good result with 3 fastest laps out of those. So extremely well done, Don't Need Time. Congratulations.
Yeah, he
Finishing with
killed
a
it.
total of 114 points. Absolutely smoking the field. Second place was Glovis. Well done. Second place was 79 points. Third,
Fuck, that's crazy that it's that many points between first and second place.
low key insult.
Hey,
Insult.
it's gonna be a while before we get to your name, Junkai. So
That's what I'm
we
saying though. Like I'm literally 70 points behind him. 70 points. I don't get it. Where does this guy find the time?
Oh no, he don't need it. Third place, Zen with 73 points, followed by Koma Kopa,
Nice
65.
job.
Fifth was Nismo, 56. Chaotica just 2 points behind with 54.
Can we also talk about that Nismo missed 2 races and ended up in fifth?
Yeah,
And this is the first season I haven't missed a race. And I'm
yeah.
in.
And we're getting to you next. Seventh.
Yeah, I know.
Junkai, seventh with 51 points.
I beat your ass. Shut up. It was touch and go there for a second, I'll say that.
Let's touch and go for a second. Eighth place was Berman with 48, tied with Larry. So Berman and Larry tied for eighth place with 48 points each. I guess technically that would make Floody ninth, but we'll call it 10th with
No, no,
45
no. The
points.
tiebreaker is the total points, so that's why Berman has eighth place.
Yeah, okay. All right. So Larry ninth, Floody 10th with 45 points. Myself above relegation with 39.
Barely.
Hey,
1 point.
1 point. That's all I needed. Below relegation line, which is Camzilla with 38, Arcane with 25, and Preston with 13. So that takes us over to our GTD World finishing order.
Arcane, we missed you.
Arcane, we did miss you. He's missed the last 2 races. So with GTD World Cup finishing order, first place, Creamy, well done, 98 points total for the season as season champion for GTD, followed by Izzy in second place with 93, Texas Speed with 79. Those 3 were above the promotion line. Fourth was Bongit, 77. Mr. Fish with 63, dollars per win, 52. Jim with 43, 2 points behind that. Thrasher at eighth with 41. Then Dirksey 39, Osmanian Devil 33, followed by Siam 1 point behind at 32. Then we have Kira Sky 25, Sully 22, and Huge Jar with 20. So that rounds out our standings. So we have
Good job. Good
yes,
job.
good job to all of our winners, our champions, our top threes. With teams, let's talk about teams real quick. Team Sony, absolutely pretty much dominating this with 266 points overall. First place, congratulations, Team Sony. Second place is Team Wonderful, with 218. Glovis, we got it. No help contributed by me in any way, shape, or form, but we did ink out a third place
We
with
did, bro.
404
Hey,
Motorsport.
we were just going for a podium, just a medal.
Oh, hey, that's all we were doing, Mission accomplished. Fourth
Unlike
place team.
that chicken-based team that we'll get to.
The chicken space team was defunded
We
by
know
the
why.
end of the season.
So fourth place was Team NASCAR with 168. Fifth place was Team Defunded with 167. Followed by
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if my team had the capability, they would have stabbed me in the back, and someone else would have taken the reins of the team this season. I'm so sorry to my whole team.
Followed by
I
sixth
should have
place.
shared screens. I'm sorry.
Sixth place was team Predator Racing Team with 145, followed by Team Builder Racing with 137. They're still building. So um that was your team placement, as well as all your driver placements in the championship for the season finale of season 4.2 of where GTD wrapped up.
So GT Sport.
GT Sport. So you got the finishing order?
I
I
don't.
can,
Do you have the finishing order?
uh,
You're on a roll, so I figured you two got everything worked out. You got your multiple
Okay.
screens,
All right. Yeah,
helping
it'll
each
be
other out.
so GT Sport. So
I got it. I got it.
you got it?
All right. So Tech's first fastest lap as well, followed by seemingly no one with 15 points.
There's no
So
15 on there.
we'll assume Priest came second, followed by Roy Mustang, then Cookies and Cream, Dollars per Win, top in that race, and then Saito, who somehow had 1 point, even though that's not possible if there was only like six drivers.
What what are you guys? What is going on here? You guys have
So,
derailed.
I sent you the board. I don't know. I didn't update it.
final standings: Roy Mustang won the series. No, Texas won the series from reserve, followed by Roy Mustang, Priest, Cookies and Cream, Face. Why are you shaking your head no?
I'm just listening.
Oh, I thought I messed up. I thought this one messed up too. Captain Eli, House Daddy, Saito, Reloaded, Johnny Snakes, and then you have a bunch of people that never showed up.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then the rest of them. So, that was GT Sport. So, um, we were well prepared. So, um,
So next season, no more team comms.
We can still share our screen.
So next season we do have an announcement to make. And I think this ties in quite well because we have our promotion and relegation line. So we have above promotion, we have Creamy, Izzy, and Tex out of GTD. And below relegation, we have Cam, Arcane, and Preston. So the biggest question everybody's has and everybody wants to know is how is next season going to go? So next season, there will not be a GT Sport. We are going to have GTD Pro and GTD. And the whole field, drum roll please, is going to requalify. So we are
Almost the
going
whole
to,
field.
what?
I said almost the whole field.
Almost a whole field. Yes. So, yeah. So don't need time and Creamy, you have a pass. However, Creamy, you can still qualify for your shot to be a captain. So the top 7 drivers within qualies, number 1 slot is being held by Don't Need Time right now. So 2 through 6 is going to determine who is going to be captain. So
So
Creamy, you
essentially,
can
there's only 12 open spots.
essentially, right, because Creamy is in, so there is only 12 open spots for GTD Pro.
It's a lot different when you look at it that way.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, we announced within the Discord the rules of the qualification, how that's going to go, car that it is, the track that it's on, the times at which lobbies are being hosted. We have assorted numbers of them. So please refer to Glovis's announcement within the Discord for specifics.
And I will say on that, the 9 o'clock is wrong. It's 8 o'clock Eastern. I need to redo the sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so let's not scare the details. Like we're doing the GP circuit,
Mhm.
okay? It will be equal conditions, which means there will be no wind, so there's not one lobby that will be favored over another just because of weather. We're racing in the afternoon. Everyone will have the same settings. We are in the Lancer, Mitsubishi Lancer, because nobody has picked it ever, to my knowledge.
No, it's
Uh,
never been picked in
yeah,
4 years of doing this.
yeah. We're running medium tires, and fuel and tire is going to be one. You have 15 minutes, and that is it.
That's it.
15 minutes, and that is it. So we'll have multiple lobbies open on August 17th, which is Sunday. So 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 8 p.m. as well. Just jump in a lobby and they'll be open at those times and we'll be good to go. So, and we'll announce too who's hosting the lobby of the admin team so you know kind of who to look for, just in case you're not friends with somebody and you can reach out to them. That
If
way
for
you can
whatever
find
reason you
them.
can't get in because you're not
Yep.
happen to be friends with something other, just throw it out there in the Discord. Somebody get you in there. We'll all be watching that Sunday.
So start practicing
Yeah.
right now. Go.
Go.
And GTD will be in group fours.
Yes. GTD will be running Group 4 cars next season, and GTD Pro will be running GT3 cars.
And
So,
I do see Mr. Slug's name on this driver roster.
Slug is back. Slug is back. He and others. The reason we made the switch from GR3 to GR4 is there was an overwhelming desire by quite a few that brought it up to us about wanting to go back in the Group 4 cars. Um, we really when we made the switch to go to Group 3 with GTD, we really thought it would be kind of the other side, overwhelming for the GR3 cars. And we were wrong, as we typically are. Um, so we correct our mistakes sometimes, maybe. Mm. Yeah. So Group 4 cars, simple. And are we going to release the secret? Not the secret, but the teaser. We're going to do the teaser now. We'll do it later.
new safety car rule.
Oh, that one. Yeah, we'll do that one. Oh, so there's going to be a new safety car rule
Yeah.
because you guys have bitched loud enough that we're willing to change it. No, in all seriousness, we went into this team comms thing excited, and we thought and knew there'd be some hurdles with safety car. We did not anticipate it being as difficult as it was in the beginning of the season. Um, you guys have given us tons of feedback on different strategies and different ways of doing safety cars, so we always appreciate your input. And we are going to adopt somebody's input, of which we will later disclose at another time. But I am excited about that as well. And I'm excited just safety cars coming back because I think it is pivotal to our races and it keeps the racing a lot closer in the end. And that's the goal.
Yep. Yep. So,
Well, what else are we missing?
one more
Something
piece of
else?
news. One more piece of information to give out. As we mentioned in the first in the intro, with regard to the podcast, we apologize for our delinquency in providing the league with a regular podcast. As I mentioned, our schedules are extremely busy. So in order to be able to reliably roll out content for you guys, as we historically have, this is the 45th episode, which means that this series has run now in excess, I believe, of 2 years, every 2 weeks. From this point forward, it will be hosted by Glovis. Right
Oh,
down
I
there.
don't know where your picture is on the screen. Is it down?
He's
I'm
down.
to the left of Merc on mine.
Oh, really?
I'm on the
How
same
about
team.
just that? Does that?
We appreciate and I appreciate everything, all the following, all the hype, all the excitement that you guys have given us. We've really put a lot of time, effort into these podcasts. Um, and we want them to continue for you guys for the sake of the league. And we feel that in order for us to be able to do that reliably, we need to take a step back. We will continue to be occasionally on, but Glovis is going to take over as uh, Glizzy, I guess, is going to be. I
Glizzy.
don't know. But we have enjoyed being with you all. We're glad that you've all watched it. We're glad that the following that it has. We're glad to see your excitement when they come out. Continue to follow them. Glovis has all kinds of good stuff in mind. And so, yeah. So, Glovis, with that, this is your program now.
It is. So I got some questions for you since you've never been interviewed. Either of you.
Wait, what?
What? You're
All
going to
right.
interview us now?
Yeah, we're gonna interview you now.
All right, start with him.
All right, Merc. So what is your favorite and least favorite? I know your favorite, but favorite and least favorite track layout?
Are you asking me or are you
I gotta
talking?
figure out. I gotta figure
You.
out who I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so you
punt.
try to delegate over to him. It's gonna go to you.
Who do I punt?
It's to me?
Yes.
Okay, so my favorite and least favorite track?
Yep.
Favorite track, Daytona road course. Least favorite track, um, fucking anything Tokyo.
All right. Junkai, same question.
Favorite track? I think Laguna. Least favorite track, Willow Springs.
All right. Well, we'll put Willow Springs on the schedule next season.
You have the podcast. You don't have the admin owner stuff yet.
I do have the schedule though, and you.
Oh shit, that's right. Owner status. How about that? You'll
All right.
you'll own it sooner or later. Hang in there. Starts with the podcast.
Now, again, Junkai, we'll snake it. What do you? Because we all know your racing setups at this point. Merc made like a 5 hour long video before on his.
One video, by the way.
Yeah, there was going to be a whole thing. But anyway, what do you
Yeah,
drive
the
in
whole
real
series
life?
coming. Netflix sliced it. Too bland.
What do you drive in real life?
Oh, okay. I drive one of four different cars. I drive a Hyundai Sonata for work. I stole it from my wife because originally it's reverse. My grandfather had, I'm going way back here. My grandfather had an Expedition, Ford Expedition. I loved it. And I would always ask him, "Hey, let me drive it. Let me just move it up the driveway or back out of the driveway." And he would always say, "No, you're not touching my damn car." And he passed away. And my grandmother had the Expedition. It's an '04 Expedition. Um, Long story short, my grandmother wanted to get rid of it. All I had was 6 grand. And she's like, "Hey, you've always wanted this." And I said, "Well, all I have is $6,000." And she's like, "Look, your grandfather would have wanted you to have it." So she's like, "I don't care about the money, right?" So I gave her 6 grand. I got a great picture of her with like $6,000, like just going like this with it, which is actually pretty cool.
Like
Um,
gay strip money.
she made it rain too, so I've got some good photos. But so I bought it in 2012 with, again, this is an '04. Bought it in 2012 with 28,000 miles on it. They didn't go anywhere with it, right? So I bought that. I drove that to, I'm at 240,000 miles on the Expedition, and it's just not reliable enough to drive 2, 3, 4 hours away on a consistent basis. So I took my wife's Hyundai Sonata. Now I drive that. It's a 2015 to and from Greensboro, limited It's got nice cooled seats, heated seats, blah, 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 sunroof. Bought her an Explorer, so I drive that when I'm home. And then we've got the Lemon Stang. So 4 cars.
Merc?
So, well, I mean, I don't go around counting my wife's car, but if I've got my Ford Fusion, 2017 Ford Fusion Sport. For those of you that know about the Ford Fusion Sport, it is a 2.7 liter twin turbo all-wheel drive version of the Fusion. That's my daily driver. I've been driving that car since 2017 when I bought it brand new. My wife drives a 2025 Ford Edge Titanium. We just bought back, I don't know, last year or something like that. And then I have a 2014 Stingray Corvette, white convertible, seven
I,
speed
I
manual.
also I also forgot if we're talking about family rides, Christopher has a golf cart. Christopher also has a Lamborghini Huracan, and Christopher also has a new 1 week old to him Caterpillar dump truck care of Larry, who dropped off a kid's Caterpillar dump truck for him to play with, which was mad respect to Larry. Thank you, sir. Christopher was dumping mulch out of it the other day, loving life. And actually, he got out of the dump truck. You guys don't know this, but I have a very long driveway. He took it up to the mailbox with my wife and then decided he didn't want to drive it back. So guess who drove it back?
You did,
Nope. My
Holly.
wife did. Yeah. Yeah, with her glass of wine on a Caterpillar dump
Please
truck.
tell me you got a picture.
No, I didn't. Not until after the fact.
Oh my God, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, so that's what we drive, Bubba's. You asked what we drive, not what we own.
Yeah. So next time we could just go over your like friends' cars and extended families'
Well, I
cars.
can do that too. I mean,
Cars and extended family's car.
Silo lives with me, so I can include his Denali, right? I can do that.
Yeah. What about like cars you saw today, like driving on the highway?
Oh, I saw a lot in my drive today.
Do
Three
you want to list
hours,
them?
3 hours worth. None of them really worth a damn though. Um, it was raining. Today sucked.
All right. Next time, keep a list of everything you drive by.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. And then Merc outside the Corvette, your dream car.
Outside my Corvette or just any Corvette?
You're probably going to say some form of Corvette, so just table that one and say
So
something.
table that. Okay, so something a dream car outside of a Corvette. Okay. I would have to say dream car. Outside of a Corvette.
Another Corvette.
I like the Greenwood Corvette. That's not technically Chevrolet, but
1 through 8, please. Can I have 1 through 8?
I would have to say if I was gonna pick a dream car, I would have to pick a supercharged uh long wheelbase uh Land Rover.
interesting.
Top of the line one.
All
Yeah,
bells and whistles.
everything. Like I say, long wheelbase, supercharged, everything.
You can fit a lot of polos in the back.
You can,
It comes with polos, Glovis. It comes with polos.
they
Don't
give
you
you a free
realize
one.
Mercury has his pajamas on right now?
I do too, which is why I put the jersey on. I at this point I do wish I just broke out a polo, even though you would never catch me wearing one 10 minutes after work hours ended. But
Hell, I strip down as soon as I come in the house.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, immediately. I mean, when I walk to my car leaving work, I'm taking my belt off. So,
yeah, yep, 100%.
all right, and you?
So I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna do obtainable instead of dream car. So obtainable car for me would probably be a GT 350 Mustang.
Staying in America for both your cars.
Made in America. America.
Can't outrun a 2014 Stingray.
Nah. I mean, dream car wise, I would take a
You're going
Ford.
for the 500.
I
Go for
would
the
take a
500.
I mean, a GT 500 would be badass too, but there's just something about that 350 because you can get it in the manual still. That's really
That's
the
fair. That's fair. The manual does outweigh that you could still get a manual as opposed to being forced on automatic. So I'll give you
yeah.
that one.
All right, and one last question: Who's your biggest? And you can answer this either order. Who's your biggest opponent in the league you see yourself racing with?
This season or like in real like realistically.
Uh,
This season it was Merck. Sorry, Merck.
This season, for me, it was probably Cam or Floody, I would say.
an all time?
All time. I've raced around Chaotica, Cam, and Floody, I think, more than anybody else. If I had to total all 4 years up, I feel like usually the four of us are in close vicinity with each other.
Most of my opponents are no longer in the Discord. Uh, one of which I won't even name him. Vic coming back was somebody I competed with often. Um, Besso back in the day, someone I would compete with often. Um, he who will not be named, and I've already wasted enough breath. And then Zen on occasion too. Zen taught me a lot in the beginning. I think I've talked about that a couple different times. But yeah, usually those three is where I was sitting. And then Glovis, you would poke your head in there every once in a while for different races as well. And of lately too. It's kind of pissing me off.
It was wait a minute, yeah. So it was like, yeah, you were mad at Glovis for getting up there and trying to steal your thunder, huh?
No, bravo, earn it, man. He earned it.
Did earn it.
He told me not. He wanted to get up on the wheel so bad. He
Hmm.
told me not to.
Yep.
So
Gotta get that wheel, man.
think I rage quit like the first three races.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few. There was quite a few. I still want to play out St. Croix where we got that disconnect.
Yeah,
Merc,
the one that got away. All right, one more question. I lied.
Merc's my
All
answer.
right, who would you punt given the opportunity? No repercussion. Each other. All right.
Junkai.
Yeah, that's too obvious. I'm gonna go with somebody else. Um, I already punted Vic once, and that wasn't on purpose. And then he reported me on it too, so screw him. That was my son's fault. Realistically, punt, I would say not for any reason, but to have my boys back. I'd punt the shit out of Floody for Slug.
Okay.
I'd punt the hell out of him. Merck's always going to be my first pick. Like, get the hell out of the way.
Yeah,
But
okay. So you'd always be my first, I'd be your first. So it's match made in heaven. So I gotta pick somebody that's like not you. So okay. I'd have to say
I kind of want Chaotica too, though, because
I was gonna say
I feel
Chaotica.
like everybody else has hit him.
Everybody else has hit him.
Right. So I just want my chance,
Yeah. Yeah. I was
Let's
gonna
see what
say
everyone's
Chaotica.
talking about.
Chaotica is the like the punching bag of the league. So
He's the hallway. Everyone's been down it.
just want my turn.
I just want my turn. I called dibs before you. Glowis, I'm glad you're taking this over, man. I really am.
Thank you for your faith.
Well,
So that's all I
anything
got.
else?
Well, it's not our show anymore. Shut the hell
It's
up.
not.
You
Yeah.
talk.
So Glovis, you're gonna have to wrap this up here.
Well, tell
Oh,
us what we have going on. You got
all right.
some
Well,
good
yeah.
stuff
We'll
going.
quick run through it. As you know, Sunday Cup has ended and is no more. Thanks for the 10 guys on reserve who never showed. But uh, quick run through
This
that.
is this is not how you get viewers, Clovis.
You were one of them for the last like
Sorry.
2 years. Anyway, props to Thrasher coming second. I don't know if you saw my stat. He's been sixth or seventh for 11 seasons in Sunday Cup and put out second. We're going to go to the Globus Cup, which will be multi-class, starting. I don't want to get the date wrong, but it's starting soon, and that will be Group 2, 4, and Sunday Cup. So you can change your car every race. There's going to be two 25-minute races. Preston is having a NASCAR event this Sunday at 4. Endurance race is coming up. That will be 24 hours of Daytona in Group 2 and the GT 500 Group 3s that we never drive.
That's gonna be fun.
Saito's underway with season 2 of F1. And I think that's it.
Beer carts.
And beer carts, as always, Friday night, which is on its farewell tour as well. And Porsche Cup, which is now
going to be something else.
Will be something else when it is announced.
Well, waving the white flag. Not last lap. This is surrender. She's all yours, Glovis. It's been fun. I hope to be your first guest and your second guest and your third guest.
Not with this other guy though, right?
No, he's shipping you his camera, his microphone, his polos, and his colored.
I do not need the polos.
his
Will not be wearing them.
Do you wear a polo at work?
I do, but I got like Titans ones, Ohio State. I don't know. Try to keep it funky, but I maybe going forward I will wear one on the podcast in honor of Merck.
There you go.
So
That's what I'm
definitely
talking
not
about.
long sleeves though in August.
It's also a valid point. It's also a valid point. I guess the only last thing I'll leave off in the next few weeks, we'll post something about lemons. We're gonna get a Discord call together to talk with everybody who is interested in coming to the lemons race. As some of you guys have noticed from last week, we put a huge dent, not a literal dent, but a dent in our operations of getting stuff done. Where Larry came up, great to meet him in person. Dude showed up stellar. He brought flowers to my wife and a dump truck for my kid, um, which was definitely cool. The man can talk. We all know that. In person, he can also talk. He just goes and goes and goes. But it was a joy to have Larry with us last week for a couple nights hanging out. He and I had a nice little romantic walk across a suspension bridge to a waterfall, shared a bearded moment together, and then got to watch some other guy compliment him on his accent and his beard. He's like, "Man, you just got it all going with an Aussie and a beard." And I just wanted to jump off the bridge. So that was my week. But we did get a good amount of the cage done. Silo worked on the shocks yesterday. The What else did he do? Brake lines, rotors, hubs, all that. The cooling fan, compressor delete, all the stuff. So I say all that as I ramble on about nothingness, is that we will have a call. We will get together with anybody who is interested in coming. We encourage as many as who want to come into town to Atlanta to watch our race in December. And I think now is about the time to logistically start talking about who's going where, um, what kind of help we could use in the process. I have voluntold Glovis that he's going to be one of our tech inspectors, which will be cool. And Preston doesn't know it, but he's going to be one as well.
So yes, to put a point on it, the Discord, we have the Lemons channel that we share with everybody, and we want everybody to participate. This call that Junkai's talking about, this is going to be specifically for people that intend to come to the race, that want to be a part of the race and help the team. It's not one that everybody needs to join just because you want to be a part of, this is a legit call for information, to get a real head count and start to kind of really orchestrate what we're putting together in December, which is also going to occupy quite a bit of our time between now and the end of the year, in order to get this car prepped, get us prepped, to be quite fair, um, and out to the track. So, yeah, we will announce that time frame for that call at a later date. So, who's ending this thing? Is it
Glovis,
me
this
or
is where you
Glovis?
wrap it up. Glovis, this is where you wrap it
All right. Well, as you heard, this is where I wrap it up. So thank you two. Um, hopefully we have a great qualifying and a great next season as you guys work on the car. You could use the load off, I'm sure. And we'll see you at episode 46.
See you guys. Good night.
Night.
Have a good night.